to my favorite part. Miss Tori is here. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
I want to remember my British pronunciation of fabulous.
I'm doing made in Ghana. Going African.
Why you're fabulous?
But that's it.
What's up?
Thank you. Made in Ghana.
You are funny.
Yes, made in Ghana.
You are wearing made.
Made in Ghana. Today I'm talking made in Ghana. I don't want to give so much away before I start talking.
Okay.
So today
I better shut up.
Is Ghana made in China, or China made in Ghana, or China is in Ghana?
China is in Ghana.
China is
China is Ghana.
Please don't mind him. So I wanted to ask: should patronizing made in Ghana goods be limited only to clothes and shoes, and should this hold for just ordinary citizens, or government should also patronize made in Ghana goods? I'm pretty sure you're wondering why I am asking this question. Couldn't we find any carpenter in Ghana? Well, I'm very sorry for calling them carpenter. Wood engineer in Ghana to provide furniture for our parliament. So we had to run to China for furniture to revamp the house where all the decisions happen in this country. Our leaders repeat the buy made in Ghana mantra all the time, but woefully fail to live by their own words. Today, this is what we're talking about on JN Interactive. I am Marian Toure. I'll be right back. But whilst you wait for me to come back, please get some made in Ghana ice water and cool your hearts, because it's going to be really, really hot here today. This is JN Interactive.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you in association with
Surfline. It's about time.
Welcome to your show. JN Interactive is proudly supported by Surfline. Surfline, it's about time, but I need for you to join the discussion on all our social media platforms. The posts are already up, and I need you to get proactively involved, especially in today's show. You'll find us on facebook.com/joynews on TV. Like the page, comment on all the posts. I'll amplify your voice by sharing what you're sharing with the rest of the world. We are on Twitter. We tweet at Joy News on TV and at JN Interactive GH. You can also send your emails, joynewsim@multitvworld.com, and our WhatsApp number remains 0540109009. I am on Twitter. I tweet at MNToure or facebook.com/MarianToureOfficial. And JN Interactive, as always, is where tech meets news to set the agenda. Today we are talking made in Ghana. I'll jump to the meat of the discussion, but in a bit, let's first, remind ourselves of what our leaders have been saying about made in Ghana goods. First, our president, John Dramani Mahama, urging us to buy made in Ghana goods in his Independence Day address to all of us. Then today, Ekospio Gabra, he is actually the Trade and Industry Minister. He also pressed home the buy made in Ghana mantra. Let's take a listen to this.
Just as we purchase products that are proudly Italian, proudly Chinese, proudly Turkish, or proudly South African, there is no reason why we cannot manufacture goods that are proudly Ghanaian. If we are to be truly independent, we cannot allow our destiny to be determined by corporations, industries, or individuals who exist beyond our national borders. And that is precisely what we are doing when the majority of what we consume comes from outside. With every piece of clothing we wear, with every item of food we prepare for our meals, with every single thing we use, let us ask ourselves, how much of this is made in Ghana? And even important, if it was not made in Ghana, let's ask ourselves, could it have been made in Ghana? But if you ask yourself, could it have been made in Ghana? And the answer is yes. Then for the love of this country, our country, start thinking of ways in which we can transform our society and our economy by making it happen.
I challenge them to try and use made in Ghana goods. They may explain later why they may have chosen foreign products. There was a sense that I had even during the vetting that the quantum of furniture they wanted, they thought maybe no one single furniture company could have supplied it. And I said even at the vetting that they could have put it in a consortium of furniture makers to supply it in various ways. So it may just simply be the fact that most of us in our private lives, in our homes, as well as even in our businesses and in government, do not think about consciously choosing made in Ghana goods when we are undertaking any procurement. That's why at this meeting we've had a very private discussion about a small award ceremony, and even another award ceremony, how we can consciously promote made in Ghana goods, one, in the clothes we wear, two, in the food we eat, and three, maybe even the music we listen to. So once we all start conscientizing ourselves that way, I'm sure to get to Parliament in due course, if it hasn't already gotten there.
So you know, Parliament was recently refurbished, and it was only reopened yesterday. It looked all glamorous and high-tech, and quite apart from our parliamentarians not being fully abreast with the new IT system, the chairs in the chamber were also made in China. Yes, you heard me right. So of all the companies, the Bogases, the Agawus, and the Central Furniture Works, and all the others, they could not provide suitable furniture for our parliament. We have had to go to China. And President Mahama this year was actually talking to us passionately about patronizing made in Ghana products. Ironically, the new parliament has been made in China, while the chairs in there and most of the furnishing are made in China. So we sought the views of our parliamentarians themselves today, and this is what they had to say. You'll be very, very astonished.
Quality of the chairs we was bought. Our Honorable Yakoboche came this morning. She sat on it and it got broken. You know, it's not like it's a screw that has been moved out of it. The whole thing, you really won't know what you can understand. I wouldn't want to add that the inferior goods, but for us, all we know is the thing. She sat on it within 24 hours, and this is how it has resulted to. Koboche is a slim-fitted lady. No, pressure from where?
Maybe she's sitting down.
Oh no, I don't think so at all. As soon as it happened, then she drew my attention. She drew my attention that I'm falling. I said, get up. You see, when we talk about China's products, they have grades. They have first grade, second grade, third grade. As to which kind of grade this one is, they need to let us know, because we're looking at a long lifespan for whatever that has been installed in the room for us to use. You know, that is our wish, that it can take us for a while. But if within one day it's happened like this, we're looking at the next 6 months what will happen to the rest.
The part was lying on the floor, so it sort of made the chair lopsided, because the chair, I think there are 4 sides to the base and one was off.
Would you say that your weight was what caused it?
Do I look like a big person? There are people who are much bigger than I am, heavier than I am. I don't think you would consider me a fat person, so I don't think so. I don't want to pass any judgment on anything from China, but all I can say is that we have equally good furniture manufacturers who can make furniture here, and they can make good chairs here. So it's not a judgment on the Chinese.
Would you say that those who make the choice, or who made the choice to go and import products from China, made the right choice?
I have nothing to say about that. All I'm concerned about is that if after 24 or so hours, and yesterday we sat for only about 2 hours, and today we're here we've been here since 11, and it's 1 o'clock, so another 2 hours, and you have parts of the chair coming off. Then I can just imagine 6 months from now what is going to happen. I hope and pray that that is not so.
We had a lot of discussion about this with some of my colleagues, and we're wondering that maybe, you see, it's not about the grade of the chair. Perhaps those who are fixing it were in a hurry to fix it, and so by pushing and shoving, the thing just came off. Or maybe we had some barter agreement with China. Perhaps they financed our refurbishment, and so they had to bring their goods in. You never know, but there's so many things happening. You really don't want to go away. Join the discussion, though. We're still waiting for your discussions and your comments and everything on social media. We'll take a very quick break. Please don't go away. Stay on. Welcome back. You're still watching JN Interactive, and thank you so much for staying. As it is JN Interactive tradition, we go around, we look for the best people to talk to about what we are discussing. And currently, we have the leader of the Great Consolidated People's Party, GCPP, Henry Latte, on the line. And you remember, his father has been advocating domestication, and even his own, party from the days of his father. It's been domestication. That was the late Dan Latte. So Henry is on the line. Good evening and welcome to JN Interactive.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you?
My first question. Parliament now has, imported China chairs instead of locally manufactured chairs to Parliament. Is it something you are happy about?
Mariam, you could tell from my voice, I've got sort of a cold, but I'm very, very unhappy with what is going on. I would not normally speak, but because of this position of lack of domestication, not doing the right thing. If you go to a British Parliament, I'm sure most of the people there is British.
Right.
I cannot understand how these guys let the whole Ghana down, including the president. Because in your presentation, I saw you show the president talking about why we should buy made in Ghana goods.
Yes. And
all the ministers, I'm sure, have been told, and even the current trade minister, Sue Gabra, has been talking about furniture as well, buying some Ghanaian furniture.
Right.
How could it be possible that in Parliament they go and buy Chinese furniture when we have one of the best companies in Ghana who produce furniture? I cannot understand how this could happen. It's a real shame that they put the whole Ghana into such a ridiculous situation. Because, look, yesterday I just walked around my area from Osei to Nyaniba.
Right.
Would you believe there are shops everywhere? They're saying things are tight in Ghana, but how can it be tight when there are so many shops and they are selling foreign goods? They are selling mostly foreign goods. It's so sad that our Houses of Parliament must also sit down and allow the procurement agency within their system to buy foreign products.
But you see,
we have to buy Ghanaian goods so that we can produce Ghanaian goods to create Ghanaian jobs.
Right, Henry, I'm not finding a way out for them here, but some of the things that have come up for the reason for which this hasn't been possible is also that perhaps they couldn't find a company, a Ghanaian company, big enough to cater for the entire Parliament, so they had to go and then import from China.
How many? 200? See, it means there are no Ghanaian companies in the country. I know of Bernard, which has been in Ghana, and they produce one of the best furniture in Ghana. We have several of them. I wonder how this happened. Right. I'm so disappointed that they've disappointed all of us. We want Ghana to improve. That's what domestication is all about. It's about helping Ghanaian industry, about helping Ghanaian farmers, about helping Ghanaian furniture producers.
Right.
And if an occasion like that comes for us to help our own, and then we go and buy foreign, what are we doing? We're killing our own economy.
Right.
Why did we do that? And especially in Parliament, this should not ever happen. How could it ever have happened? Even to the extent that even one of the ministers sat on the chairs and fell off the chair. Can you imagine that?
Right.
We spend all that money to get our minister to fall off her chair and also not produce, allow Ghana to produce, to make money out of our resources. It's ridiculous. It should not happen. Most Ghanaians, as you are aware, most Ghanaians want to like baby Ghana goods.
Right.
And when you see me, I mostly wear Ghanaian stuff.
Yes.
All my clothes are Ghanaian stuff.
Right.
Even my sandals is made in Ghana.
Right.
We have to do that. That is how all these rich countries became successful, buying their own products. We have to do that. And from Parliament, it is a shame that those who are at the procurement agency let all of us down.
So I want to find out though, how do we reconcile the made in Ghana, made in China goods in Parliament and all the things that they have been saying to us?
You see, what it happened already. They've created a problem already. As of now.
Yeah.
What they should do next time, I'm sure. I was listening to some news, and I think later on they'll have another parliament somewhere. I don't know. The next time they should not make that mistake. It has to be made in Ghana product. It has to be domestication. Buy our own produce, create jobs for our own people, and let Ghana stand on its own feet. We cannot continue working so hard, create the money in this country, and then we'll go and give it outside and create jobs outside. Right. It's ridiculous. It should not happen.
Henry Latte, thank you so much for your time here with us on JN Interactive. And I can understand the man's passion for saying all of that, because after all, his party is all about domestication, letting Ghanaians do the job and finding people who are within the country do the job so that they can earn their wage. After all, we have really good timber in this country. So I understand where it's coming from. But it beats my mind that you sit on a chair for just one day and one of the spools that hold you together actually comes off. It's really amazing. You're still watching JN Interactive. My name, as always, is Marian Toure. Please stay on. Welcome back, and we are talking about made in Ghana goods, or Ghana's parliament made in China, or the other side, domestication. So because if we did domesticate, we wouldn't have to go to China to get all of those furniture that are now breaking day 2 into just a woman sitting on it. Amazing. We wonder what would happen from next week. But anything that happens, developments, you'll be sure to hear it here on JN Interactive. I'd like to take some of your comments now, but whilst my iPad refreshes, let's go and take our video of the day. It's something really amazing. Stay on.
You have to be disciplined. Understand the pay for what? Come on, go lock him up. You don't have value for human life. I'll shoot you. Come on. Look here. Lock him up and lock the people up. Come on. Get down. Come on, get what do you mean? Nonsense. Talking about taking with you. Whether I do here or but you have no respect for the life of the people who are working. Mr. Nasha, it's about time. People realize the law is under. Film it all, film it. I want you to show it. Nonsense. The country is the thing that comes for it.
I am wondering that you are wondering what that video of the day was. Okay, you know, Saturday was National Sanitation Day, yes, and everybody went out there to clean, and that actually included Accra's Mayor, Oko van der Poy. He's busy cleaning with his team, traffic is flowing, and then a trotro driver, commercial driver, actually toots his horn at them. And then Mr. Van der Poy goes livid. Why would you toot your horn at us when we are working in the middle of the road for you? And so Mr. Oko van der Poy then decides that he would cause a citizen's arrest of the guy. One, he wants the guy to park. Two, he roughens him up a bit and forces him out of the car, holds his trousers a bit, shakes him up a bit. The man is actually livid. Exactly. Why should you be tooting your horn when we are doing our civic duties? And the man, I'm sure, is also thinking, why should you be in the middle of the road when I am also driving in the middle of the road? So he turned into something else. But you be the judge. We've all been imbibing our own thoughts into it. I want to keep mine to myself for today because perhaps I say the wrong thing. So I won't say anything. So you be the judge. That's Mr. Van der Poy doing his own thing on the streets of Accra. Your comments have been dropping in thick and fast. Let me see the ones that we can take now, and then we take them and share them with the rest of the world. This one is coming, well, the precursor has already been said. Ghana's parliament is made in China. That's what we're saying. Furniture for Ghana's parliament were imported from China. How do we reconcile it with the patriotism made in Ghana goods mantra that our leaders have all been touting the last few months at us? President Mahama has also been touting that also. We'll start today with Abdullahi Abdul Razak. You're sending this in from Tamale. You say, indeed, our leaders must set good examples for we the youth to emulate, but it is really disgusting for them to move on in this direction. This is a big insult to we Ghanaians, and that is what you think. Ooh. Robert Anochi says government has refused to pay teachers but has money to import common furniture from China, whilst Agowu, Bogas and others are there, and you end with a big cheer. Ooh. That one too is very, very heavy indeed. Al Hassan says, what do you expect from a clueless government mediocrity at its best? What happened to Pogas and the others? Social Democrat, my fault. Yet His Excellency Kofi Dubai is claiming he is promoting made in Ghana goods. What a joke. Who is Kofi Dubai, by the way? I don't know. You might send me his name. I'm not clued in on that one. Sam says, we can't. I'm sure you were writing a lengthier sentence where you ended with we can't. Francis says, there's no sense in this. They always preach virtues and practice vice. God save Ghana. I like that one. Nana says, Mariam, our leaders are just visionless and always seek the percentage of contract that would enter their pocket. Who on earth can buy? You will buy items from China when which you produce. I'm sure that's what you're saying. Why would you get goods from China when you produce it in your country? Okay. Alfred Boating, well, it's quite unfortunate. Our leaders are still foreign poised, that most of their children stay outside our borders. Okay. Mubarak says, I'm very ashamed. Oh, Ghana, when? With a big question mark. Jonathan says the president made in Ghana mantra was as a result of the rain that beat him in the Independence Square. Oh, really? So he was just saying that because he was beaten by the rain? Okay. Conspiracy theorist. Felix says Parliament of the Republic of China. LOL. I am laughing out loud with you, my dear. Hey, Ghana. Da be. Princess, it wasn't a pleasant experience at all. And let's see what else has been coming in. Mensa says, what is the Chinese economic revolution? Our parliament is dead and needs to be buried. Full stop. Okay. Robert says, JM Chia. I thought Chia had died out by now, but it appears that Chia is still trending some way, somehow. Nana Opoku Esamwa says, all the leaders of this country need spiritual and physical deliverance. Hope you know what I mean now. Katechie Kofi Ajimang, our leaders, especially President Mahama, are a disgrace to the Ghanaian race. Rhyming couplets, disgrace to the Ghanaian race. Nice. Eric says, fake concept. Our final one, Bismarck Owusu answer. Mahama is confused, so allow him to dance to his own tune. I'm sure that is what you're trying to say there. And Steve is back. We can wrap up the show together. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And are you made in Ghana or made in China? Or it depends on what you're buying?
You mean clothes and everything?
I'm asking. Does it depend on what you buy?
Yes.
You're mostly China or mostly
Yeah,
Ghana?
no, I'm mostly, I don't know, what I buy mostly are
imported
clothes.
Okay.
So my clothes are mostly imported.
Mostly
then
imported.
The local ones, like the local fabrics, they're all made in Ghana. My sandals is made in Ghana.
Okay.
And my shoes, some of them are made in Ghana.
Me, I go with what fashion says. Wherever it comes from, if it's nice, I buy.
But made in Ghana, it's solid.
Solid.
But the carpenter for they should do fine finish. So buy from made in Ghana. My name is Stephen Enti.
My name, as always, is Marian Toure. Do enjoy the rest of our programs and have a fabulous evening.
Good evening.
Bye-bye.
Joy News Interactive was brought to you in association with
Surfline, it's about time.